The audience was full, like over 500 students, deaf students in there. The deaf community was there. I mean, of course, there was hearing children of deaf families, and everyone was there. The performance, everyone was laughing. They didn't stop, and I didn't stop for an hour and a half. I was supposed to stop at an hour and a half, and I didn't stop for 2 hours, and I thought, wow, that's exactly what I want to do as a career, and that's what I've done ever since. Oh, I was born an actor. I grew up as a comedian. No questions about that. And that's just who I am from birth. I've been funny. I love to perform for any school, especially schools, because that way hearing children, students, can experience and see a deaf comedian and think, oh wow, he's just like me. There's nothing to do with deaf or black or any of those things. It is a human being just like me that's making me laugh, and that makes me appreciate them and they appreciate life, because there's a mutual respect for my appearance as a person, and not because I have a disability. That part of it gets thrown out the window. It was a breakthrough for me. It's been a while that I've been wanting to be in a movie, and whatever movie that could be. And I was looking and waiting, and it was really hard to have a black deaf role. And when I got the role, it was like the role that was written by Edgar Wright, who is the writer, wrote the role for me with me in mind, and it was just. I'm on cloud 9. I've been on cloud 9 ever since. It's a worldwide movie. It's a hit. It was the first deaf black actor in a blockbuster movie. Yeah, many people ask me about that same question. Remember, my parents were deaf, so my first language is sign language, right? So I grew up and then later became deaf, and there was no problem communicating in the house because we use sign language. Yes, I could speak, but with my brothers and sisters, we all signed and everything was normal. So that's one of the blessings that I've had in my life, because it was like hearing or anything who became deaf and didn't know sign language. It was hard for them to acclimate. Whereas for me, I was born into a deaf family, so it was naturally smooth. No, not necessarily, because the world in general, of course you have a lot of negotiations. You have to use English, and I use interpreters for my career. But most of the time I can speak for myself and sign on my own. So I've gotten through my career that way. Using National Theater of the Deaf, working on Broadway, to films, to TV. ASL is in me, is part of me, but English is also, and so I've used them both throughout my life. There's nothing really that's blocking me, nothing at all. And deaf and hearing people can use them both every day to communicate all around the world, right? So now, and different languages all over the world, they can come together and work together to make accessibility for all. So if you learn sign language, I would be thrilled, because we can communicate and work collaboratively together to build your career, and that would enrich my life and yours. It's like we would be sharing the resources, our skills, our knowledge, and our love. That's what we all need, is to share resources, using language, no matter your color, doesn't matter what disability you have, just sharing the wealth of knowledge and giving everyone an opportunity equally. Thank you.